In this video tutorial series, we're going to explore the shape tools and shape animation in After Effects. In this first tutorial, we're going to set up this animation, which uses a variety of techniques that we can use in our shape animation project. You'll notice that this is a looping animation comprised of 6 smaller compositions that I've just laid out in a grid. Each one of them utilizes a particular shape animation technique. I have them named here, and we'll go through them one at a time. But the first thing we need to do is set up this file. The first thing I want you to do is come to After Effects and select File, New Project. Let's begin by creating a new composition by coming to the Composition drop-down menu and selecting New Composition. Here, I'm going to choose the HD TV preset, which gives us the proper size and frame rate. And for this animation, I'm going to make my duration 8 seconds long. We'll see why in just a moment. For the background color, you can choose whatever you want. We are going to be putting a different background color layer into each composition, and I'm going to say OK. This is going to be our main composition. So let's rename that now. I'm going to come over to my project panel, going to select my composition, and I'm going to press my return button so that I can rename this main. Press return. Let's create our smaller compositions. I'm going to come to the composition drop-down menu and select new composition. This composition settings window has the values of the last composition I had created. What we want to do is create a composition that is 1/3 the width and 1/2 the height of these values. Rather than having to figure that out, I can just come along here and click once on that value. I'm going to click again to put my cursor in behind the 1920, and I'm going to press my back arrow and then the number 3, which effectively divides that number 1920 by 3. Now I'm going to come here to the height value and again put my cursor behind that value, press the back arrow and press 2. If I say OK, I've now created a composition that is exactly the right size to fit into my main composition. Now let's set up this comp before I do anything else. The first thing I'd like to do is import my audio file. I'm going to come to the File drop-down menu. I'm going to say Import, Import File, and I'm going to navigate to the Looping Audio Clips folder that you've hopefully downloaded by now. And I'm going to choose Rock Blues -15 seconds, and I'm going to say Open. Now, Rock Blues -15 seconds is actually, in fact, 16 seconds long, and it has a recurring 4/4 beat that loops every 4 seconds. Let's take this new file and drag it into our Comp 1. Now, this bit of audio is a 16-second long looping audio clip, but I've reduced it down to just the first 8 seconds, which consists of 2 4-second parts. Let me show you what I mean. Loop. And then when it gets to the end here, it returns again back to the beginning. In previous exercises, we made timeline markers by positioning our current time indicator and clicking this button here to mark our timeline. But we can also create something called layer markers, markers that highlight specific points in a specific layer. I'm just going to delete that. We can create a layer marker by positioning the current time indicator where we want to put the marker, and we can come to the layer drop-down menu and select marker, add marker, but you can see that the keyboard shortcut, at least on a Mac, is Control-8. That's actually really good to know. If I put a marker there, you'll notice that I can move it around wherever I want. What I want to do is put a layer marker everywhere where there's a significant beat in the music. There's a couple different ways we could do this. I could scroll down this audio file's waveform property to reveal the major beats this way. So you can see that right at this point here, there is a significant beat. Here is another one, Control-8. Puts that marker there. Now, while that is fine, you do get into areas like this where there doesn't seem to be an obvious waveform to indicate, in which case I'm going to suggest we do it a slightly different way. I'm going to leave these 2 layer markers here. They're roughly where I want them. I'm going to just play my audio file, and as it's playing, I'm going to press Control and 8 on my keyboard. And every time I do, I'm going to place layer markers all along my layer. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to begin playing the timeline by pressing my space bar. All right, you can see here that I've managed to put some layer indicators right as the major beats come in. If you want, you can listen to this back and make sure that your markers are where you expect them to be. If they're not, again, you can just click on them and move them around, but I think this is going to work for me. Okay, now that I have that audio clip prepared, I'm going to create one more layer in this composition. I'm going to come to the layer drop-down menu and I'm going to select New Solid. Now, a solid is just a shape defaults to the size of our composition. I could make it a different size, but we want something that is exactly the size of our composition as we have here. But we can change the color of this right now. For the demo, I chose a combination of some slightly neutralized mid-value colors. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to select something in the green hue range. I'm going to say OK. So I now have the medium green solid in here as well. While it's not absolutely crucial, I'm going to reorder my layers here because the audio file with the layer markers would be more helpful for me to see if it was placed at the top of my layer stack. So I can just see them running along the top of my timeline. That's all we need to do with this composition for the time being. Let's create the remaining compositions. I'm going to come to the composition drop-down menu and I'm going to say New Composition. It will have the size and duration of the last composition that we made. Now, while it's not really crucial here, I'm going to just change the background color just so it's a little bit easier for me to tell my compositions apart. Now, I would like to have the audio clip that I put into comp 1 in this composition as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my composition 1 and I'm going to select my audio file and hold down the shift button and select my medium green solid layer, and I'm going to copy them, or Command C on my keyboard. In Comp 2, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to paste both of those files. Now, Comp 2 has the same audio clip as Comp 1. The only change I'm going to make in this comp at the moment is the color of this solid shape here. Now you'll notice that solids work a little bit differently than shape layers. In shape layers, I can just change the color up here. For the solids, I'm going to come to the layer drop-down menu and select solid settings. And here I'm going to choose the color this way. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to do that for the remaining 4 comps. I'll rename them in just a moment. So I'm just going to double check to make sure that each one of these comps has an audio file and a colored background layer. Looks like they all do. Let's name our layers now. I'm going to choose comp 1 and I'm going to press the return button. And this comp is going to be called number 1 trim paths. Comp 2, when I press the return button, I'm going to call number 2 pen tool. Comp 3, press return. I'm going to call that number 3 burst. Comp 4, press return. That one's going to be called comp 4 wipe transitions. Comp 5 is going to be called 5 time displacement, and comp 6 is going to be called 6 audio keyframes. Okay, I'm going to come back here to the main and I'm going to drag each one of these compositions into my timeline, shift select all of these compositions and drag them into my timeline. This first one will go off into the corner here. I'm going to use my align panel here to help me align these a bit better. I'm going to hit Command minus sign so I can zoom out just a little bit better. And I'm going to select these 3 compositions across the top here, and I'm going to have them align to the composition by coming here to the Align Layers 2 and select Composition. And I'm going to tell them, first of all, to align to the top of the layer like that. Next, I'm going to choose this one on the right, and I'm going to make sure it is aligned to the right edge. I'm going to make sure that this one is aligned to the left edge and that this one is aligned to the center. The same thing goes with these. I'm going to select all 3 of them, make sure that they are currently aligned to the bottom. Then I'm going to select this one and make sure it's aligned to the right edge, this one to the left edge, and this one right in the middle. We now have our layout. In our next video, we're going to start animating.